Nowstalgia Pod coming at you. Your weekly look at what's going on in pop culture. Although we're gonna look at the whole summer, Dave.
Oh yeah, so much culture.
We kind of let the summer movie sneak up on us a little bit.
Yeah, we did our spring movie preview, episode 56.
Yeah,
we looked at all of 2017 thus far, as well as up through April.
Right. And now we have to kind of go back, look at May a little bit.
Yeah.
And also look ahead and see what's going to be coming out this summer. So, what are like the big movies that have already hit the box office at this time?
Yeah, we've already shared our Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2
Check
review,
that out.
as well as talked a little bit about the troubles of King Arthur, Legend of the Sword.
Soundcloud.com/nostalgiapod.
And YouTube. Subscriber here. And yeah, so that's what we've talked about so far. But since we last spoke about summer films, Pat, we've had Snatched with Goldie Hawn's return to cinema with Amy Schumer, Alien Covenant, as well as Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tell No Tales, and Baywatch.
And Norman, dude.
And Norman, Stormin' Norman.
Yeah. Well, Norman is only notable because Richard Gere's back.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, I don't think that movie is nearly in the sphere of these other ones.
I support Richard Gere though, because he got blacklisted by China because of his his stances on like Taiwan and stuff.
Really?
So a lot of big studios couldn't employ Richard Gere because China would be like, "Oh, you can't show that movie here."
Wow.
So he had to do a lot of independent stuff and leave money on the table. So if you're interested in that, there's some good stuff about Richard Gere. So
interesting.
You know, his later career that's why he's been around as much, because he had to do a lot of indie stuff.
Ah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's actually really interesting. I was wondering when I was looking up his Wikipedia, like, why
he used to be a huge
done
star.
More? Yeah. I mean,
Still a star.
He's in Pretty Woman. That's an all-time
Right.
movie. So yeah, there have already been some really big movies. Like we already said, Pirates of the Caribbean, Baywatch, which I mean we haven't seen yet, but hopefully it's pretty good.
Lifeguard Pursuit.
Yeah.
Zac Efron and The Rock.
I guess I would just never have expected Baywatch to come back as a movie.
But if it did come back,
that was like big when we were kids, man.
The chemistry of The Rock and Zac Efron just seems so tangible, so enticing that it looks fun. Combine like Jump Street with like Neighbors. I don't know. Sounds fun to me.
Exactly. But why don't we look ahead a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think there's a lot of really interesting films coming out, and films that I'm not so sure are going to be so good. Maybe a lot of summer flops. Starting with DC's Wonder Woman. Coming out
June 2nd.
Just a couple of days.
This Friday.
And, I mean, we already know Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman.
Gadot.
The
goat.
What are you thinking about this movie? Where are you at?
Early reports saying that it's not as dark as the Zack Snyder ones.
That's good.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Chris Pine to lighten it up a little bit.
Of course, love me some Chris Pine. Robin Wright's in it. Danny Houston's the bad guy.
Danny Houston.
Great name. I'm in. I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's fun. It needs to be a critical success for the DCEU and Warner Brothers. Yeah. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, after last summer,
you just need to restore faith in the film universe.
Yeah, after Suicide Squad last summer, they really need this to be a hit.
Right.
Because if they put out 3 straight summers of mediocre, well, I guess it's not. It would be 2 straight summers because Batman vs Superman was March. So, but 2 years straight of critically
panned.
Yeah, would be really horrible for their.
You can't have this many polarizing films in the film universe. We have Justice League coming out in the fall. I'm expecting Wonder Woman to be better than Justice League. Mm-hmm. And we'll see. Patty Jenkins directing it, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm definitely rooting for it. Early tracking has it making in like the 60 million range for its opening weekend, which puts it on course with the first Thor and first Captain America, but obviously way back of BVS and Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
So it probably had a chance to do better, but DC negative press probably hurt a little bit. But still not terrible. That's serviceable. Again, it just needs to be good. They'll make enough money for them. It's okay.
Yeah, they also just need to have like one franchise, like one star that they can really lean back and say like, all right, they're leading the way.
Right, because Superman hasn't been that.
No, and Affleck has been a somewhat polarizing Batman. Although I thought he was pretty good.
Most people thought he was one of the best parts of BVS, but all the tumultuous
Around the movie.
things about the Batman solo
Right.
film has still not really off the ground. So, yeah, it'd be nice if they could have Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman as something they can bank on.
Well, and coming out alongside Wonder Woman, Captain Underpants. I mean, hey.
10 years too late?
Yeah, these were books were huge when I was like selling like fundraisers, like magazine stuff in elementary
Books
school.
that are like 25 pages long. There's like 200 words in them.
Kind of unbelievable that they're coming out with the movie, but hey, I mean, I hope it does well for them.
It won't.
All right, coming out the next weekend though. I mean, here it is, man. The Mummy, Tom Cruise. What do you think? I mean, could anyone really do it better than Brendan Fraser?
So, are you aware of what The Mummy is the first film in? Like, what's the sign of?
No.
Sign of a certain times, Pat. It's Universal.
Sign of the times, like Harry Styles?
Correct. Universal is starting a monsters shared universe. The Mummy.
Godzilla, King Kong, all that?
Well, no, that's not them. But so hold the monsters thought for a second. So
werewolves.
So in the Mummy trailer, you see Russell Crowe. Do you know who Russell Crowe is?
Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah. Jekyll and Hyde movie's coming out. A Wolfman movie is coming. A new Van Helsing movie is coming. Johnny Depp is playing a Invisible Man. Creature of the Black Lagoon. They're doing all this, trying to get it all together, and it seems like a really shoestring attempt at making a film universe a la Marvel and DC and Fast and Furious.
Right.
They're trying, but I don't have nearly enough faith in this Mummy movie alone.
No.
So I think there's a decent chance that not all those movies get made.
It's interesting to build like a world around the villains. I mean, like
that's probably the play.
I don't think anyone's gonna root for the Mummy.
I also don't think anyone has huge stakes in these films.
Van Helsing? Who has stake in Van Helsing?
Right. I mean, this is kind of like Guy Ritchie's King Arthur, right, which is a IP that no one was super excited about, and they wanted to try and make a series out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just...
I did not know that. That's actually very surprising, and it just seems very dumb.
Yeah, the Mummy in this, she's played by Sofia Boutella, who was the bad guy in Kingsman. She had the the blade legs.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
oh, it's awesome. Her. Well, Kingsman's also coming out this summer. I wish she was.
Well, no, it's in the fall.
Is it like September?
October, I think. September, October. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So
interesting. We'll talk about that eventually.
Okay, we'll get to it.
Excited for that.
I wish she was in that, but I think she cut her own head off.
She'll be in Atomic Blonde, which we'll get to in a second.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and then coming out alongside The Mummy, It Comes at Night, a horror film with our man Joel Edgerton. You gonna check it out, Dave?
No.
All right, so we won't be talking about it, but check out Joel Edgerton. I like him as an actor.
He's getting a lot of work.
Definitely, especially after last year, Midnight Special. He was really awesome in.
Loving.
Yep, Loving.
Oscar film.
Great year for him. Cars 3 comes out on the 16th. It's gonna get a lot of money. It's gonna make a lot of money.
It's gonna make a lot of money, yeah.
Yep, and no one's gonna watch it. I know, except for maybe like my niece and nephew.
Of all the Pixar originals, which there's a ton now at this point, Cars is probably one of the lowest list of one that needed a sequel. Now it's getting its second sequel.
Yeah, and they also made like Planes off of it too.
That's just a Disney spin-off, like direct-to-video thing. But
gotcha.
Yeah, but right, it's derivative.
Yeah, it's like a lot of IP came out of that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just weird because like you have a lot of the really really well received ones like WALL-E and Up, no sequel needed, right?
Yeah, I'm okay with those.
Ratatouille even, but Cars is the one that gets the sequel. Go figure.
Hey, when you got what's the main guy's name? Queen.
Lightning Queen, Owen Wilson.
Queen and
Tow Mater.
Yeah, Mater. When you got those two, I mean, how could you let that go? Right. Also coming out on the 16th, we have
All Eyes on Me, the Tupac movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Trailer came out a few weeks ago.
Who's starring that?
Demetrius Sharp. I forgot the guy's name who plays Tupac. They have the same guy playing Biggie that played Biggie in Notorious.
That's smart.
Which is a cool...
Demetrius Shipp. I'm just checking him out to see what he looks like.
He looks like Pac.
Yeah, he does look like Pac. Wow. That's
cool.
Interesting.
I mean, straight out of Compton, made a hell of a lot of money for F. Gary Gray in 2015.
Yep.
So, and Notorious also made a lot of money in 2009. So
Come with me.
biopics people like, especially when they're huge stars and big characters like NWA, Biggie, or Tupac. So
yeah, the 16th is actually a big release for movies because with Cars 3 and what was the name of that one?
All Eyes on Me.
All Eyes on Me. There's also 47 Meters Down, which is a Mandy Moore horror film. Which, first of all, shout out Mandy Moore.
I was gonna say,
comeback.
Where you been?
She broke up with Ryan Adams, and she's like, gotta get that money, bro.
About time.
And then Rough Night. Did you hear about this movie?
Yeah, ScarJo.
ScarJo. They have Alana Glazer. Your girl Zoe Kravitz is in it.
I've seen the trailer.
And Kate McKinnon.
And what's her name? Jillian Bell as well.
Bell.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited for this. I think it might be a hit.
Right, because when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's just like a hangover thing. But then when you see in the trailer that they kill somebody, I'm like, oh, cool. We'll see. A lot of talent, so at the worst, it's just a fun, dumb movie.
Right.
So, yeah, that's a big day in June, for sure.
Definitely going to be a big day in June. Then, looking forward, I mean, what else is in June that you're excited about? Transformers The Last Night?
I wouldn't say excited, but June 23rd, we have Transformers The Last Night, the 5th Transformers film from Michael Bay.
You got that voiceover by your man, Tony from... it's Anthony Hopkins, man. You know?
Oh, yeah, Anthony Hopkins is in it.
Tony Hopkins.
So Optimus Prime is a bad guy now, and we're exploring the origins of the Transformers on Earth. There's like a King Arthur thing. Shout out King Arthur, coming back with vengeance
huge
this year.
For King Arthur. He's going to be on the
King Arthur X Transformers, man. Yeah, and this is one where you watch the trailer, and you're like,
no,
what the fuck's going on, man? This is...
the
problem with Transformers before was they were fun, they were cool action movies, and the only issue you could say is, the way Michael Bay shoots action, sometimes it was tough to see what was going on, so much moving parts, but now it's just getting too nonsensical. Age of Extinction, the 4th one, was the worst one,
right?
And you're sequeling that with one that also doesn't look like it makes much sense, but hey, you got Josh Duhamel back, so whatever, and Mark Wahlberg.
Anthony Hopkins needs to stay away from robot shows and movies. He needs to start like getting back into his like roots, doing some like mad creepy like villain shit. But like the second he goes into these robots things, I'm out. Get away from Anthony Hopkins. Let Mark Wahlberg and Shia LaBeouf deal with that kind of nonsense. Coming out the next week though, The House with Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler. Have you seen the trailer for this? Yeah. Basically, Amy Poehler and Will Ferrell are parents of a daughter who's going to school, college, but they don't have enough money to send her, so they start up a like casino within their house, like underground.
Interesting.
And actually, the reason I'm most excited for it, Jason Mantzoukas has a pretty big role in it. I'm very excited to see him get more work.
He's Rafi from The League, if you didn't know.
But they also have Rob Hubel, Nick Kroll, and Jeremy Renner has like a role in this, which I'm very excited to see him cook. Just like give him the ball and let him see what he can do with it. And then there's also on the 30th, it's a limited release for a little movie called The Beguiled. It's a Clint Eastwood remake by Sofia Coppola, but in this, it's Colin Farrell, Nicole Kidman, Kirsten Dunst, and Elle Fanning.
Elle Fanning, she's everywhere.
Yeah, so that'll be really interesting. I didn't see Kidman doing any other movies this summer, so it seems like she wanted to go a little artsier.
I mean, she just had Lion from Oscar season last year. She got an Academy Award nom. Also, June 30th, a little movie called Despicable Me 3.
Oh.
Because those movies print money.
A little movie, huh?
Minions printed money. So, but I'm actually really excited about Baby Driver on June 28th. I mentioned this before. From Edgar Wright with Ansel Elgort, Lily James, Jamie Foxx, John Hamm, Kevin Spacey, and John Bernthal. And it looks awesome.
What's it about?
So Baby Driver, the character Ansel Elgort plays is called Baby, so it's weird. But I think he has to like drive for some like crime boss or something.
Getaway driver.
Yeah.
Wow.
And just all those guys in a movie with crime bosses. Yeah, sounds like it'll be good.
That sounds really interesting.
Plus Edgar Wright's got a great pedigree. He did Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz and some, Scott Pilgrim as well.
Definitely gotta check that one out.
Yeah. They actually moved that up. It was gonna be an August movie. They moved it up to the end of June.
Interesting.
And they premiered it at South by, and it got great remarks.
So like, let's get this out there sooner. Let it make some more money over the summer.
Exactly.
Well, they probably wanted to beat Spider-Man Homecoming
July
coming out. I mean, coming out July 7th. That thing's gonna be a monster, dude.
I'm not like super excited for it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
You okay, Dave? You want to talk about it? What's going on?
I mean, it'll be good. I'm not like.
Are you tired of Spider-Man movies?
No, I mean I liked Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies, and this one, I'm probably gonna like this one too. But I'm not like expecting it to be amazing or like the Spider-Man savior. I don't know.
Spider-Man savior.
The trailer doesn't like do it for me in that way. It just looks like more Spider-Man, and it'll be cool.
It looks like a more fun movie.
Yeah, I think Robert Downey Jr.'s presence as Tony Stark.
Yeah,
should be cool.
I definitely agree with that. And Tom Holland seems like a pretty good choice.
Yeah,
I mean he's a kid, so I mean like he's not actually.
Yeah, actually having Peter Parker be played by someone close to high school age, and not a 27-year-old or however old Garfield was at the time.
I think he was like 30, man.
Yeah, he might have already been close to 30. Yeah, 29 maybe.
How old is Andrew Garfield?
I think he's like 32 now, 34.
Andrew
Last one came out in 2012.
Garfield age.
So yeah,
he's 33.
So yeah, wow. A lot, pretty far away from high school, but it still worked for me. I like his movies.
Do you know how old Tobey Maguire is now?
Also 30s.
41.
40?
41.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, Gyllenhaal's in his 40s now.
Yeah, remember when Nickelback did like the theme song for one of the Spider-Mans?
No.
You don't remember that?
I don't want to remember that.
All right, moving on. Coming out in July.
July 14th.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Fuck yeah.
You're excited.
Dude, these first two movies are awesome. This is the third one. Matt Reeves, man.
Brian Hines had one on the other day. Shout out Brian Hines, friend of the pod. He was watching and I was like, these stupid movies. And I sat down and I was like, I actually kind of enjoy this.
These are good. They're good, dude. They're good. The first one has James Franco in it. The second one has Jason Clarke, Kerry Russell, Cody Smith McPhee. A lot of talent. And of course,
Gary Oldman's in the second one, right? And the guy.
He's the bad guy. Yeah, and Andy Serkis, of course, plays Caesar, the lead ape. He was Gollum. He's the mocap king.
The mocap king.
They're really strong. The second one in particular is even better, and this will be looks like it'll be the culmination. Woody Harrelson's in this one.
Woody Harrelson
with a shaved head, looking like a maniac.
I mean, doesn't he always have a shaved head?
Not in Hunger Games. He had an ugly ass wig in that.
By the way, I saw a quick Woody Harrelson thing. Recently I saw a rumor on the internet that because McConaughey had like this crazy mustache going on, they thought he was like doing like Russ Cole stuff. And I was like, please let Russ Cole be coming back for season 3 True Detective. That'd be great. I don't know if it's true, but that'd be really cool. I don't think it'll happen, but
yeah, I think they're just gonna go all new.
Yeah,
like the new Pope.
I'd imagine new Pope. We'll be talking about that.
Yeah, we'll get to it when we have something to besides just speculation. We'll get to eventually.
Also, A Ghost Story comes out that weekend. Another little film. I wanted to give the listeners some smaller films to check out. This has Casey Affleck and Rooney Mara in it, and it's from David Lowery, who did Pete's Dragon.
Oh yeah, people like Pete's Dragon.
Yeah, and apparently this movie, Casey Affleck dies, and it's about how he like reconnects from his spouse from the afterlife, but he actually wears like a sheet over his head as a ghost.
Casey Affleck wouldn't do that.
Yeah, it's very artsy, very artsy, but it looks kind of interesting. So I think I'm gonna try to check it out if it comes to a theater around here. What else is in July, man? I mean, I guess there's like a little movie called Dunkirk.
Yeah, just a tiny film.
Yeah,
from a relatively unknown filmmaker, Christopher Nolan.
He has made a couple of good movies like Dark Knight, Inception,
Memento, The Prestige.
Yeah, a couple of
Insomnia,
nice films.
Interstellar.
Dude, I'm so excited for Dunkirk.
Yeah. I
rewatched the trailer when I was prepping for this, and I was like, yo, Rylant's about to cook, bro. You can't run from this, son.
And he's got his usual suspects as well, Cillian Murphy and Tom Hardy.
Yep, absolutely.
And
Tom Hardy wearing a mask.
Yeah, in this case, he's a RAF pilot.
Yeah.
And you bet your ass Harry Styles gonna die in this. Because it's like he's gonna drown in the trailer.
Oh, he's definitely gonna drown. It's gonna be some crazy stuff. I'm really excited to see Cillian Murphy because I feel like he's gotten like some smaller-ish roles. Like Scarecrow was one of the main villains, but I feel like he didn't really get like as much work as like the Joker did in The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
And then he was also like, I don't know, like the pseudo protagonist in Inception. I don't really even know how to describe him.
Oh, he had a good role in Inception, yeah, because he was kind of like he's a son, yeah.
Of like the.
I mean, his biggest thing to date has been Peaky Blinders, right?
Yeah, definitely, and seeing him get like some more shine in a Nolan movie will be.
Yeah, I mean,
dope.
he doesn't really pick many non-Nolan movies.
That's true.
So,
unless it's like some like Irish war movie.
Yeah, that was in his early career.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Dunkirk should be awesome. Interstellar was fall 2014, so Nolan's been away for a little bit. But I think this is cool too because I mean, there's tons of World War II movies, but this is one really entirely from the British perspective. There's no American involvement in this event at all. Right. That's really cool.
It's also like a really small scope, but it sounds like a really cool story.
Yeah.
So
it is a cool story.
Definitely be fun to listen to. How about Jada Pinkett Smith coming back to the big screen, man?
In what?
In Girls Trip. It's her, Regina Hall, Tiffany Haddish, and Queen Latifah. They're in for the adventure of a lifetime when they travel to New Orleans for the annual Essence Festival.
Huh.
Not going to see that one. But
sounds like something that's been made before.
I feel like this is not to have any racial overtones, but I feel like this is like the Tyler Perry movie of the summer, basically. Where I feel like this movie's been made like 100 times.
Just get a black cast.
Yeah, which I mean, you could basically say the same thing about like I don't know, like Rough Night or something like that.
True.
It's like these movies have all been made before.
That's exactly right. Or like Bad Moms.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Valerian also comes out the same weekend as Dunkirk, so R.I.P. to Valerian.
Yeah, Luc Besson, director of The Fifth Element, making what looks like The Fifth Element on steroids.
Yeah.
So I hope it's awesome because it looked cool.
Yeah, it did look cool. So I'll catch that one.
It's
HBO.
based Valerian and the City of Thousand Planets is a long-running, critically acclaimed French comic series. That's what it's based off of from I think like the 70s and 80s.
Interesting.
So that's the source material.
Yeah.
So I hope it's cool.
I think we'll probably watch it at some point.
Yeah, I'll probably go see it in the theater anyway, just for the visuals.
So what else are you looking forward to in July? Atomic Blonde?
Atomic Blonde,
yep.
July 20th. Charlize.
I know.
They're on, and she also has sex with Sofia Boutella.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You see in the trailer.
Wow.
So, nice.
I guess I didn't watch the trailer that closely.
Atomic Blonde, like Baby Driver, also was shown South by and got great remarks. So it's a late 80s Berlin. Charlize is an undercover MI6 agent, and she kicks hella ass. So and she has James McAvoy as her like bumbling partner.
That's
so
like
it sounds great.
Yeah, that's a fantastic pitch right there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm in on that movie. What about Inconvenient Sequel? Al Gore.
He's not directing it though, which I thought was weird. It's kind of just about like the walking back on like the Paris climate agreement and stuff like that. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm not gonna see it.
Inconvenient Truth's a good one though.
Yeah, I mean it's an informative movie.
Yep.
Also, Emoji Movie coming out that weekend. So Atomic Blonde gonna kill it, but I think the Emoji Movie will probably make a lot of money, dude.
It's got T.J. Miller. And I stopped reading it because I was like, I can't support this.
That's. I wonder what emoji he's gonna be. It's like just like the normal one.
I don't think about it, man. Shitty movie.
Dave, if you had to pick an emoji to describe you, what would it be?
The goat.
Wow. Animal. All right, moving on. I can't. that was a great answer. What about August, man? I mean,
August 4th. We've talked about this trailer.
Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah. Well, we haven't talked about it in the pod.
We haven't talked about it in the pod. We were talking about off air. Detroit with Catherine Bigelow.
Mm-hmm.
And she's got Boyega. She got John Boyega. She got John Krasinski, Will Poulter,
Anthony Mackie,
Jack Rayner. Yeah, Anthony Mackie and
a lot of talent there. About the 12th Street Riot.
Jason Mitchell. Sorry, Jason Mitchell.
Easy.
Who was Easy. Yeah. So definitely a really good cast. It looks really interesting.
Yeah.
And a period piece, which I feel like you get one of those this summer as well.
Catherine Bigelow's made a lot of good work recently.
Hurt Locker and Zero Dark 30.
Yep.
Which didn't she win the Academy Award for Hurt Locker?
Best Picture.
And she used to be married to James Cameron, right?
Correct.
Man, what a duo.
And she beat James Cameron's Avatar that year.
Avatar. We'll talk about that.
I was rooting for Avatar that year. 100% will admit that.
Really?
Yeah, that movie's awesome.
Hurt Locker's pretty awesome, though.
It is.
It's just not that rewatchable. I don't think either movie's really that rewatchable. I haven't watched Avatar that often.
I have Avatar Blu-ray. The colors pop.
Yeah, you need like a great TV for that.
Yeah.
It's like it's totally appreciate it.
Also, August 4th.
Yeah.
The Dark Tower with Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey. 8 books from Stephen King that people love. Some say it's Stephen King's best work, but this trailer does not look like anyone's best work.
We did talk about that trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been development. This movie's been in development hell for years. And then once they finally got this one off the ground itself, it had its own issues, and probably shows because I'm not that excited about it as someone who hasn't read the books.
Elba and McConaughey, man, though, got some star power.
Yep.
Maybe it'll drive some box office. I don't know.
I mean,
coming out the same weekend as Detroit, I think it might be tough for it.
And you gotta think about how the summer movies work. The biggest movies aren't in August; they're in May,
right,
June, July.
And that kind of shows.
This is kind of how it dies down.
Yeah, because
Guardians of the Galaxy was like the rare August smash.
Right. The rounding out August, the only 2 movies that are probably gonna be pretty big are like Annabelle, Annabelle Creation, which is a horror movie, and The Hitman's Bodyguard, which we talked about also didn't look that great.
Right, Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Yeah.
Yeah. And then just kind of looking forward a little bit.
Well, actually, August 18th, Logan Lucky, Steven Soderbergh directing.
And it's got it's Kylo Ren, right?
Driver, Daniel Craig,
yeah,
Channing Tatum, Hilary Swank, Seth MacFarlane, Katie Holmes.
Who's directing that one?
Steven Soderbergh.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, it's like a comedy about like an elaborate heist that needs to be planned by the family or something. So with that much talent, popular director,
Soderbergh, yeah. And then coming out the weekend after, Tulip Fever. Have you heard about this movie?
Tulip Fever?
Tulip Fever.
No.
Your girl Vikander.
Oh shit! I think I have read about this.
Christoph Waltz and Dave DeHaan, Zach Galifianakis, and Judi Dench. It's a period piece, so I mean it'll be all right. Probably check it out.
Wow.
Maybe get some Oscar buzz. You got the Queen in there.
The Queen.
That's her first movie since the
Ex Machina and Man from U.N.C.L.E.
Born. Was
Jason Bourne.
Jason Bourne.
Burnt.
There you go.
She had like 5 movies that year.
Yeah, she was.
She had none last year. Well, she got Tomb Raider coming up, I think, next year. So.
Tomb Raider.
Take over.
Lara Croft, baby. All right. Well, that actually wraps out August. I mean, looking just to the next month, you basically have it to I guess really round up.
Another Stephen King.
Yeah, and then Kingsman is actually September 22nd.
Oh, cool.
So it wasn't that far off, but yeah. And the Lego Ninja movie is also the 22nd of September, so.
Really going forward with all these Lego films.
Yeah, Lego. Really branching out there, man. But definitely excited. What if you had to pick one movie you are most excited for?
Good question. Dunkirk, I guess.
Yeah, I'd probably go Dunkirk. But Atomic Blonde sounds awesome, dude.
Yeah. If you're trying to pick a non-blockbuster,
yeah,
Atomic Blonde and Baby Driver, I think, are going to be huge hits.
Yeah, I also really do want to see Rough Night and just see how that goes. I mean, I like Alana Glazer a lot, so
right.
I feel like this could be a big role for her.
And like War for the Planet of the Apes, because that's probably concluding that trilogy. I think that'll be exciting. And if Valerian is good, I'd be really stoked to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of good movies to watch. We're going to wrap it up there. Tweet at us with your thoughts on the movies you want to see for the summer at Nowstalgia Pod.
Right. Subscribe
to the show on YouTube. Search Nowstalgia and we'll pop up. Yeah, or press that button if you're watching us already and haven't subscribed. Go to soundcloud.com/nostalgiapod and you can find any way you want to listen to us.
Yeah. Check out our spring movie preview if you want to hear our thoughts on a few months ago. Subscribe on iTunes, give us a rating review, share us with friends. We'll love you forever. And tell us what you want us to talk about next week because we're open to suggestions. Hit up those DMs or just normal mentions. DMs are open. All right. Catch you guys later.